Welcome. No Dark Clouds, Chapter 1, Part A. And there were also many other things which Jesus did, which, if they were written in detail, I suppose that even the world itself would not contain the books that would be written. The Apostle John, John chapter 21, verse 25. Chapter 1, 17 years earlier. An ox cart slowly rocks and moves to a very busy marketplace in biblical Jerusalem. The driver of the cart is Taskmaster, a rough, bearded, middle-aged man. He is a cruel man who has collected a group of homeless and orphan children to beg and earn money in the streets. Daily, Taskmaster forced all of the children to beg by approaching buyers and travelers coming into the city. Jerusalem was a very large city with merchants, buyers, and travelers from many parts of the world within its walls. It was the most important city in Israel and the location of the Holy Temple, the most important holy site for the Jewish nation. The begging children knew that it was foreigners who gave them the most coins. They also knew it was a waste of time begging important officials, such as the Sadducees and Pharisees. Not only did they refuse to give any coins, but they were usually very rude and pushed the kids away. However, they would never do so using their hands. They considered begging children in the streets to be unclean, and temple rules would not allow such leaders to touch the kids personally. Many times, this group of misfits felt the sting of walking sticks across their backs. The children never kept any earnings either. All coins were collected by Taskmaster at the end of the day and never shared with the beggars. If he was not satisfied with the amount of coins earned each day, the kids were forbidden to eat that night. Most of the begging children remembered a slave who had been part of their group. He was 8 years old and from Samaria. He had numerous scars on his arms after being whipped by Taskmaster. The spiteful man seemed to never be satisfied as to the amount of coins the Samaritan boy would beg from others. Eventually, out of frustration, Taskmaster sold the boy to a traveler who had Arabian horses in his possession. The beggars were convinced that he must have been a wealthy man to own horses. To be a slave during this era of history meant that the boy could have departed with his new owner and gone virtually anywhere. The children never saw the boy from Samaria again. Many times, while sitting at night around their small fire, built if the group had earned enough coins that day, the older kids would try to guess where the boy might have gone. Arabia? What about Syria? Could he have gone to Alexandria? Or maybe Rome? Places none of them had ever been to and had no idea if they were far away or close to Jerusalem. Their imaginations ran wild, thinking maybe he had gone to a better place than they were left at. On the ox cart this morning are 6 children, all of whom have some type of physical deformity or disability. The oldest is Aditya. She is 14 years old, but is also one of the shortest. Aditya has metaphysio-dysplasia, meaning she is under 4 feet tall, very similar to the size of a dwarf. Though she has short arms, tiny hands, and very short legs, there is one God-given talent the teenage girl has an amazing singing voice, a gift even Taskmaster realizes and uses for his selfish purposes. Aditya is content, but does not fully understand why she is so short and will no longer grow in stature. When people see her size, they normally think she is only about 6 or 7 years old. Certainly not a teenager at 14. Aditya has been with Taskmaster for at least 5 years now, going on 6. The reason she knows is because she has been with the evil man for 5 Passover holidays, with a 6th one about to begin. Passover was always an important time for Israel and Jews everywhere. You would never forget a Passover if you ever were to go to one. The city is always crowded with people from all over the world, converging upon Jerusalem for the religious ceremonies and festivities. Prior to being with Taskmaster, Aditya and her mother were slaves owned by a Roman official who had an estate near Jerusalem. When the Roman leader departed Israel to go to Britannia as the council, he took the mother with him, but left the girl behind. What can she really do? The girl cannot even carry a basket of fruit from the fields to the house, he would say. Thus, her life performing as a beggar was initiated. Aditya remembers the day her Roman master sold her at auction to Taskmaster. She was about 8 years old at the time. It was the day her mother was to leave Jerusalem. The young, tiny girl could recall her mother's parting words, though it was 6 years earlier. My wonderful, lovely Aditya, mother mentions. I never told you the meaning of your name. It comes from an ancient language in India and is said to be for only the unique and a child full of charm. It is so true. India, the girl responds. Well, one thing is for sure, there is no one else here that looks like me. Your name is related to the things of the sky, the heavens, and even the sun. I am told that where I am going, it is more than 3,000 miles away, Mother instructs. And we will still be close enough to see the very same stars at night. But Mom, I'm scared, really scared, her daughter laments. Aditya's mother hugs her tightly and whispers in her ear, true love can conquer darkness. The ox cart begins to slow down as Taskmaster pulls in the reins of the oxen. The children knew what that meant. The same ritual they experienced day after day. Scooter is about to be dropped off at his usual location. After him, it will be Bafu who will be dropped off second. Aditya nudges Scooter and says, Scooter, Scooter, it's almost time. The boy had been dozing off during the cart ride. Aditya hands him a beggar's pan, but Scooter throws it back at her. Aditya is astonished that he would do such a thing. Are you crazy? She blasts. Taskmaster will beat you if he saw you do that. I don't care anymore, Scooter shouts back. Scooter is 9 years old and crippled in both legs. His legs were accidentally crushed several years earlier. He does not remember the pain and agony concerning his horrible accident, but he can vaguely remember a chariot driving too fast through the streets of Jerusalem and the hooves of horses about to run over him. He moves around by using thick pads under his knees. and tied together with grapevine twine. He maneuvers quite skillfully by scooting back and forth to get around. From time to time, he has been seen to move rather quickly if the situation required it. Though not able to walk on his legs, Scooter has acquired a talent using his hands. The boy has become very skillful tying knots, making twine, and even strong ropes.